Hi, welcome to Life Skills with Louie. I am Louie. Today we are talking about the skill of encouragement. If you haven't watched the introduction to the Improve the Moment skills, please do that so you have a sense of what these skills are all about. And if you haven't watched an introduction to the full Connecting to Calm set of videos, I encourage you to do that to understand when we use these specific skills. And finally, if you haven't watched the introduction to the entire video series, please do that because it talks about all 5 sets of skills and when to use each. Encouragement is a favorite skill of mine for various reasons. The starting point for talking about this skill, I think, is to take a moment to reflect and notice if you tend to have discouraging thoughts that run through your mind pretty regularly. When I ask people about this, most people say yes. That is normal and not a problem exactly. The mind is looking for issues, and I've talked in different videos about how it is seeking out threat, which was really helpful when we were um, evolving as a species to keep us alive and very important for survival mode. But as we move beyond survival, encouragement becomes important. Now, if someone grows up in an environment where it's really encouraging, they will internalize that. And so some people watching this may already have a lot of encouraging thoughts that go through their mind, and that's great. You can continue to enhance that. And if you're someone who doesn't, then this is a great and critical thing to practice. So there is a key trick with encouragement, which is we're looking for statements that feel encouraging, and you actually have to get to know yourself and test statements out to find what is really encouraging to you. I will tend to use a somewhat silly example, but that's very true for me, that to feel encouraged, if I use a swear word, it will light up the inner child in me and feel very encouraging. It's a little like naughty or wrong, but it just works. So if I say something to the effect of, what a shit show today is, I feel the smile come up in me, and that's encouraging. So that works for me. Whereas a more serious statement for me internally, since I kind of can be a little too serious, will probably not be encouraging. Then again, on another day, maybe that works. You have to actually listen inside to see how it emotionally lands and if it lifts your heart. For another person, a serious statement may be exactly the thing that lifts their heart. And that's the interesting thing about encouragement and encouraging oneself and encouraging others. It's really specific to the person in the moment. So it's a constant practice of finding the words. But the fact that we can actually say words that are encouraging to us and have a conscious dialogue going in our mind, as opposed to the more unconscious habits that go through our thoughts that are relatively discouraging, is an excellent thing. So what I tell people to do with this skill is write down some words of encouragement and say them to yourself and do it regularly. It builds the pathways in your brain that are encouraging you. And eventually, if you do this enough, it will happen automatically, which is its own miracle. So please practice the skill of encouragement. Offer yourself encouragement, and you will find it will lift your heart, and it will make it easier for you to lift the hearts of others. Thank you.